Here is a statistic that should stop every man over 40 in his tracks. A study tracking over 83,000 men on testosterone found something your doctor won't probably tell you. I'm Dr. Gundi, a medical doctor and a fitness enthusiast. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what TRT does inside your body, the real benefits, the real risk, and the protocol to do it safely. Let me explain first what TRT actually is. TRT stands for testosterone replacement therapy. Let's start with what most men get wrong. Total testosterone and free testosterone are not the same thing. And here is what is critical. Your symptoms track with free testosterone, not total testosterone. Think of it like this. Total testosterone is just like parked car sitting in a parking lot, while free testosterone are actually cars moving and doing the work. The fact is that a man can have a normal total testosterone around 450 and still be functionally low if SHBG is high and locking most of the testosterone away. That's why TRT is not just about add testosterone feel better. Well, standard weekly injection push total testosterone up, but they can also increase SHBG over time, which is exactly what physiology data shows after about 60 days of conventional dosing. The biology says otherwise if you think of the do more is better approach. Now, let me give you the real risks. So, what does the research actually say? Because this is where this gets interesting. Risk number one is polycythemia, and polycythemia is simply an increase in red blood cells. And yes, when you take testosterone, that can increase your red blood cells. Hematocrit can rise from over 45% to over 52%. But is this dangerous? Not automatically, if you may ask me, because this is similar to what happens to people living in high altitude and they are doing just fine. The real risk appears when hematocrit crosses about 54%. That's where the blood viscosity increases and the stroke risk rises. I'm not trying to scare you here, these are numbers that you can track yourself. Number two, we have cardiovascular risk. The study on 83,000 men found something surprising. The idea that testosterone causes heart attack does not hold up under scrutiny. The early spike some studies showed was mostly in men who already had undiagnosed heart disease, not caused by testosterone itself. And that is why calcium scores matters before you start it, not after. The risk number two is testicular atrophy and fertility. The thing you should know is that external testosterone shuts down your natural production system. Your brain therefore drops signaling your testes, and that means reduced sperm production and testicular shrinkage, leading to infertility. Well, for many men, this could be reversible, but not for everyone, especially after long-term use. Now, before I give you the protocol, if this video is changing how you think about TRT, drop the word protocol in the comment, because here is what men over 40 gets wrong almost all the time. They start TRT from a clinic that checks the lab once and never again. Well, here is the truth. After 40, your baseline is already rising with the following: prostate changes, cardiovascular disease, and clotting risk. TRT does not create these, it can accelerate what's already there, and that's why the protocol matters more than the dose. Before you start, here are baseline labs you must know: your total testosterone, your free testosterone, hematocrit, and hemoglobin, PSA, and that is the protein produced by the protest gland measured by blood test. You should also know estradiol, lipid panel, calcium score if you are over 45. The ongoing monitoring should be every 3 to 6 months, with hematocrit your most important number. If your hematocrit crosses 54%, you don't panic, you just adjust the injection frequency or use therapeutic phlebotomy. When it comes to estradiol, men should know that they also need estrogen. Crashing it to zero destroys joint, libido, and even bone density. The goal is balance, not total elimination. For your PSA, you need to track the trend, not single number. The next point is that dosing frequency matters a lot. If you are using the gel, split the dose morning and evening. This stabilizes free testosterone levels. And if you're using injections, twice per week for sure will beat once per week. That's because it causes less hormone spikes, less estrogen conversion, fewer mood swings, less fatigue. So the next question is, when should you start TRT? One thing to know is that not every man needs TRT. TRT is not for someone with a total testosterone of 400 with zero symptoms. It is for someone with a total testosterone of around 300 or with low free testosterone followed by these symptoms: low libido, fatigue, muscle loss, depression, and even brain fog. If you know when to start, you should also know when to stop. And for that, there are three situations. The first one is that hematocrit stays high despite adjustment, or the PSA keeps rising and need investigation, or if you want to have children, because TRT and fertility do not mix without any medical support. Now, let's be fair because the biology works both ways. For men with genuinely low testosterone, the benefits are actually real, such as increased muscle mass, better insulin sensitivity, stronger bones, improved mood, sharp thinking, and it even restores libido. This is not the bro science, this is actually documented in large clinical studies. The truth about TRT is simple. It's not dangerous, it's not even a miracle, it's a medical tool that works when it's treated like one. So, what breaks the cycle of reckless TRT use? First, monitoring is critical. You should ask your doctor for full hormone panel, and I'm talking about total testosterone, free testosterone, SHBG, estradiol, hematocrit, PSA, whether you are on TRT or just considering it. You must not accept a prescription without baseline data. If this video changed your perspective, drop protocol in the comment because that tells me you are doing with data, not guesswork. So before leaving, let me ask you a question. If you're over 40, have you been noticing that you're losing strength or you are becoming slower than you used to? To know what causes that, watch this video next. Well, that's it for me. Train smart, live long, age on your own terms, and I will see you in the next video.